I feel like if they were to add anyone to Smash, it'd probably be a Spring Man. Let's be real.
Spring-a-ling.
Spring-a-ling. Woo! With like an alternate costume to be Ribbon Girl. Actually, you know, that's exactly what it'd be. It'd be a male Spring Man or a female Ribbon Girl.
Oh.
And they'd just be the exact same character.
But wait, no, because Springman would have the shockwave,
right?
And Ribbon Girl would have the multiple jumps, so that doesn't work.
Okay, so just add Helix instead.
No, because you know you can't stretch, and nope, you gotta have one character. I honestly would rather have a Kid Cobra. You know, the side B would be like a quick step. Maybe well, side B would be like a dodge that really sucks. But then the moment he like does his charge, you know, kind of like limit, he gets like a good you know, a good side B.
Who else do you want to see in Smash? Does it start with the G and then you know?
Oh yes, Gino. But this is you know, I mean, this is a ARM stream, so we're gonna refocus real quick. But 2GGC ARM Saga, thank you for hanging out with us again. 2G Gaming Esports Arena coming together, a collaborative effort here at the 2GG Championship Series in Santa Ana, California, giving us an opportunity to see some high-level ARMS gameplay. I know there was another ARMS event that happened in New York City, and unfortunately everybody wasn't able to see the action there. But here on the West Coast, we are giving you the action live on Twitch. Stick around for more ARMS action, guys, as we're here in the top 4 with NCJacobT versus MissingNol, starting off on DNA stage here in the first game.
Kid Cobra versus Byte and Barq.
Goodness gracious.
Speed versus barrage of attacks.
Yeah, definitely a barrage. Because not only do you have 2 arms, but you got a homie sitting on the side there, and he has the sunglasses. This, imagine, man.
Wait, is MissingNol using a cooler ring?
Wait, let me see. Whoa, MissingNol with a cooler ring. All right, let's see what happens here.
I'm curious if he's using it because of the stage.
Might be the stage, might be JacobT wants to catch his side movement. But JacobT, if you notice right there, he actually said, I'll wait till the cooler ring reaches me, and I'll just walk. He could also guard cancel dash, which we might see in the future. We'll see. There it is. Guard cancel dash and an immediate bub for a response. JacobT.
Oh, he couldn't get the guard out in time. His cooler ring was already thrown.
He was wide open, dude. It looks like when it comes to Bub and Siki combination, you have to be up close to get probably more than 275. Opening!
Oh, and he goes for the rush. I thought he was going to go for a grab, but opts to go for the rush instead to tack on some free 365 damage.
I mean, 365 ain't too bad if you ask me. Here it is. And it's crazy, man. Bub actually walked back, turned around, tried to say what's up to MissingNol. MissingNol was like, you have halitosis.
Oh! Barq!
Bub with the retort! That Barq, man. That retort, I tell you. He's like, say that again. What'd you say about my breath? Immediately stopping that grab. Now I want to know, who's MissingNol really trying to fight? Barq? Oh!
Or the cop.
Nice charge right there.
Oh,
opening.
We're seeing so many openings with the shock ability.
I love it.
But wait, the timer's ticking.
Yes, it is.
MissingNol needs to get in there. He has a rush. He could possibly use it at this moment.
Siki coming through, but he stops it.
Oh, he got it.
MissingNol with the game. Goes for the rush cancel as well.
That looked like a panic rush because he wasted it for round 2. But, I mean, he still got the round win, and that's what matters.
Yeah. It gets really scary, man. I feel like round 1 definitely matters a ton, dude.
Round 1 is like what sets the pace for the rest of the set.
It really does. It really does.
They managed to smack him with the cooler ring from the side.
Active hitbox right there for the explosion on that Siki. Gotta watch out for that, man. It lingers. Especially if it makes contact with that shield.
Barq, what was Barq doing there?
I think he got hit by the explosion. I saw the after effect. Oh, man. Okay, you see the difference right there from JacobT? He went for the cracker and the Siki, and this time, I think got way more damage.
Imagine he would have hit a second time.
Oh, would have been close to 500. No. Oh, good counter right there. That rush got a little over 200, it seems. All right, but watch the movement right there. He's trying to lock JacobT inside. He says, stay in that corner. Why are you trying to get it out of there? Don't get out of there. Go back in. JacobT escaping. Moving to the other side of the stage right now. And Barq, whoa, that arm almost actually reached.
And JacobT was just hugging that wall for escape. Finds an opening, knocking him down, but then the Hydra coming in clutch, taking away JacobT's first game.
Actually, the interesting play right there by MissingNol. He had that arm out there already. It was going towards the left of JacobT, and JacobT literally moved right into it. It was perfect. Really good preemptive stuff right there. Catching, like we said again, the side movement. You know, when you play this game and you check out the loading screen, it says one of the keys to victory is jumping and dashing. But I feel like another key that they also forgot to mention is being able to shut down your opponent's movement. If you understand that jumping and dashing are big boons to opponents being untouchable, then actually make their advantage a disadvantage by catching them from moving all over the place and not using shield.
It's almost as if the key to victory, the move, jumping and dashing, is also a key to a loss if you create habits.
Yes, precisely, Austin.
So we got the double popper coming from JacobT as we see a character swap. Using the parry to immediately get in, just throw out a swing. We're doing light arms versus light arms.
Yeah, he probably understood that his opponent was going to go for double Hydra anyway, so why not just go in there with the double popper.
And the popper being a great arm on this stage because it can knock your opponent onto the trampoline with the wind attribute.
Let's go.
And that can connect to some easy combinations from either a rush or even just an additional like 20 damage from a normal hit.
Yeah, but again, we have JacobT just getting locked in the corner, trying to see if he can escape, but again, another knockdown. Bonus 20 right there off of the trampoline.
Trying to apply pressure with these Hydras. Sees an opening, but couldn't get the hit confirmed.
Oh, he doesn't care. He's like, I'm still going to just get that chip damage. Get that chip damage. Get that damage on the arm. JacobT getting a knockdown right there. His right arm was out. Wait a second. He's out of there. Good defense right there by MissingNol.
And a lot of people think that this matchup is heavily in Kid Cobra's favor because he has access to the double Hydra, which is a great arm against someone who likes to be airborne, like Ribbon Girl.
Exactly.
Who thrives off of using all 4 of her jumps to stay airborne.
And you can see it right there. He anti-aired her quite successfully, whereas other players would probably miss, resulting in a grab or a punch, even a rush. Nice
call out for MissingNol, knowing that he was going to dash right in that direction, caught him with the hit, and takes away round 1.
Here it is, 1-0 in the set on Spring Stadium, and already here comes the offense by MissingNol. Getting stopped a little bit. We still have the double poppers. Both are wind attribute. Like you said, it pushes the opponent into the corner, allows you to get a juggle.
Well, he landed that grab from a mile away,
yeah, that
tossing him onto the trampoline for an additional 20.
That was deep. Look at the spacing game. Actually, JacobT getting a little brave, trying to inch forward. Both players have rush here. He has the lead, though, so if he does, wait a second. Good evasion.
Use the trampoline. He didn't get knocked down, so that's what matters. He only took 35 damage.
Not bad.
Shield looking a little weak. MissingNol going to abuse that with a grab. Staying on the ground for an easy 170.
Yep, and you notice right there, going for that air dash right there and charging upon landing. Uh-oh. Very good stuff right there. He said, I'm going to wait. Catching JacobT off guard with that sneaky grab. Nice charge. JacobT not trying to challenge that quick step. He says, I'll just wait. I understand when it comes to this character, it's very hard to catch him in during this quick step. But there's the sneaky grab by JacobT as well. Doesn't have any rush, but he gets a 20 bonus off of the trampoline anyway.
Jacob's going to close this out now before rush is gained, but as I say that, Will throws it out, taking on damage. Is that going to be the kill?
It almost could have ended the game.
And he jumped! He jumped off of the trampoline!
Just one hit of the Hydra, and he could shut down JacobT. What will JacobT do?
Oh, he tried to get through, but unfortunately for him, MissingNol's going to take game number 2 as well.
That, we just used a lot of words that rhyme. In any event, MissingNol taking the second game.
Bars. So we see him falling onto the trampoline, jumping off of it to gain so much height, to jump over the rush of the Hydra, even though it has so much vertical range due to the top swing of the arm. But he still wasn't able to get the grab. He landed on the ground, and he was caught between a rock and a hard place, and he got hits, and the game was a loss.
MissingNol with the quick 2-0 right there, man. I can't believe it. Whew. This Kid Cobra, I tell you. I'll tell you.
He's not missing his curve arms, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and
he's willing to thrive off of those Hydras.
I wonder, JacobT, right?
Right.
I do understand that he has a Master Mummy, but in this particular matchup, it looks like he probably doesn't want to deal with the speedy.
The matchup just seems atrocious.
It looks, yeah.
I feel like Master Mummy can't do anything against his rush down tactics, as well as having a firearm and a wind arm that are really good for knocking down Master Mummy, because Master Mummy and Mechanica exhibit this factor of just super armor, where if they get hits, they don't fall down, unless you get hit by fire or wind.
Here we go. An intense situation. Absolutely intense. JacobT, you know, going all the way through the winner's semis in this tournament. One of the favorites to make it into the top 4 is here with his back to the wall.
He's going back to the Clockwork Cops, Byte and Barq here on the ribbon ring. See if this works out for him.
I will say one thing, man. Looking at the double Hydra, we understand that they are both lights, but we'll see what happens. Okay, double bub. Let's see if the strategy is going to work out. A little bit of a...
He actually hasn't tried this strategy since the beginning.
He hasn't, yeah. Uh-oh. Let's see, maybe he was trying to see if he could win with a different strategy, but because of this, he already accrued 2 losses. The bubs are out.
And they're really good at knocking away the Hydra due to them being a lightweight. Medium weight just stuffing out light completely.
He actually, I just heard the sound. Oh, wait, confirmation, waits. Good stuff right there by JacobT. He's like, all right, I understand. I'm going to try to track my opponent and apply more pressure on the shield.
Because if he just would have kept swinging there, if he just would have kept swinging, staying in that direction, he was going to get a free grab.
That was crazy. Good defense right there. Shield. He breaks the shield, only gets a nominal amount of damage, but keeps it up. Here comes JacobT with the bubs, back and forth, and Barq with the assistant says, don't forget about me, D1. I'm in this game too.
And now he has a rush. Saw him swinging his Hydra out, but no damage.
I actually really respect what JacobT did there. He tried to pump fake. He said, I'm going to just dash up in your face. What are you going to do? This man, MissingNol, said, I'm just going to hold shield. What's up? I'll take the chip. I'll take the chip. It's cool. JacobT missing a couple swings to the left of MissingNol right now.
I love the alternate swings that JacobT is establishing here. He's just swinging left, then right, then left, in order to just have this succession of just always having a constant active hitbox out there. But now they're both at rush.
Yeah, and it looks like JacobT is quite confident in the fact that he'll take this first round. And he's just going to hold shield.
Yeah, MissingNol going for a last-ditch effort with that rush to try to, if he would have landed that, he could have easily taken the win. But MissingNol was playing JacobT was playing super careful, chilling back against the wall, holding guard, and waited for the rush to end.
It's a really tough situation because if you think about it, if you went for a grab, it could have got potentially rushed, and at the same time the grab. But if he did land the grab, it would have been 170, which is better than the amount of chip that he got with the rush. So it's his call right there. Anyway, here we have it, MissingNol again with a quick deficit. JacobT looked like he was holding his cards here in this set, finally deciding to go with the double bub when the time was right.
Just throw out the bubs, just apply more damage, get more rush. And he already has the second rush available, landing it again. I mean, it doesn't do as much damage as other arms, but still, you see it charging that fast. Oh, he tried to avoid it. I guess he was already committed to the dash, so he tried to jump away to see if he could avoid it and then he could get a punish. But instead, he ended up taking a lot of damage.
Sneaky grabs again. JacobT's curve grabs have been catching MissingNol on a lot of his movement.
As well as using the blocks to kind of hide what he's swinging out there because his opponent cannot see what's coming.
And the quickest bub to the face, stopping MissingNol in his tracks. JacobT taking the third game.
Putting a point on the board. He's thinking.
I just heard Buster Beach right now from MissingNol. I like Buster Beach for Byte and Barq. I don't know, man. There are a lot of...
I think it's a good stage for Kid Cobra as well.
It can be. But if you look at the...
I mean, it is Byte and Barq's stage.
Yeah, of course.
The Clockwork Cops of the beach.
One thing that I wanted to mention is how when it comes to this stage, you can force opponents into corners quite a bit. Like, yeah, there's that center area where that's close to the slant. But other than that, there are 2 corners that you can definitely force your opponent into as long as you win in the center stage battle. Let's see. Right now, both of these players just dancing around in the center. Oh, wow. A lot of arms are just flying out. And, uh-oh. It's looking quite scary for MissingNol. Look at him. He's in a corner situation now. This is definitely what JacobT wanted, but that one knockdown could allow MissingNol to finally mount his pressure again.
He managed to use that parry to jump right in and immediately go for a rush.
Yes, man. Just canceling guard right in there. You have to be wary when your opponent has rush, man. They usually change up the way they play when they have rush, too. Oh, and right there. You know, we've seen this a lot from MissingNol, trying to see if he can get, like, a clean hit on his opponent into rush, but sometimes just a little bit off. And now we already have rush on deck. What? Not even 45 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, aren't there, like... 90 seconds to each game?
99.
99, okay.
But yeah,
so,
like,
okay, so just
barely.
So around the halfway mark, he did get it. Thank you.
And they're both just kind of swinging from a distance because they know all their swings are just going to charge rush. Seems to be just what this matchup is.
Third time right now for JacobT in this first round. Getting meter.
And managed to land the rush. Bringing this back against MissingNol.
Wow. Just absolute madness right here. And now MissingNol actually just inched forward and took the bub to the face.
He was trying to call him out. You saw as he just walked in a straight line forward. He thought that possibly JacobT was going to throw a swing around him.
Yeah, didn't quite work out there. Okay, here it is. The bubs are out again. As you can see, one of the reasons why MissingNol probably inched straight forward was because opponents tend to try to swing to the side. There it is. There's a knockdown. Barq almost knocking him down, but instead he knocks out Barq. Okay, that's an opportunity, but wait. Outside of the range. Always have to recognize the range of these bubs. They're fast, but as you can see with that rush, you can stay out of the opponent's reach, especially on Buster B. Wow, he dashed forward right there.
So what was happening there is that he charged rush and threw out the rushed hydras, which are lightweight, but because they were rushed, they were still getting stuffed out by the medium swings that were just normal from the bubs. What just happened? He like tried to dash in, try to get like a grab. Yeah. And JacobT just kind of baited it out and said nope. Now we're going back to the alternate swings with Barq sometimes throwing swings of himself.
Yep. Non-stop, just endless swings right there. And we have rush. Oh, he could just rush that. There it is. Beautiful job. And again, JacobT bringing it all the way back. 2-2 here in the set.
He's bringing it back very confidently.
Yeah, really fast. Did he say wrecked?
He might as well have said. I think.
Yeah, he might as well have said it. I mean, we're not saying it. We're just like trying to, understand exactly.
Yeah, we're not putting words in his mouth. We're just, saying what he said.
Yeah.
Right.
Byte and Barq.
So game 5, NCJacob bringing this back slowly. This would be the second reversal 3-0 we would see today if Jacob actually manages to pull this off. But you know that MissingNol's sweating. He's like, he had a 2-0 lead, and he's slowly losing it. He still has the counter pick advantage if you want to switch characters or possibly change stages. But the winner of this is going to move on to losers finals to play against Busta.
That's right. Yep, Busta.
Another Byte and Barq.
Ooh, we might actually see a Byte and Barq mirror, or JacobT would probably, if he does win this, presuming, we might see a mirror or a character switch.
I'll tell you what, D1, I did not expect to see so many Kid Cobras versus Byte and Barq matchups here today.
Yeah.
But we've been seeing it a lot.
A lot more people were probably expecting to see a lot of Ribbon Girls, Ninjaras.
Min, who's actually notably absent.
We'll see what happens, though, as more people, join the ARMS community. Maybe we'll see some experts that use other characters. So as we know, Catfight is notably absent. That uses Twintel and Naira with Min.
Right. This is just the beginning.
Yes. Like we said, the inaugural event for the grassroots ARMS community right here. Here in Southern California.
He is swinging.
Yep. A lot of defense right here from JacobT.
But now we see MissingNol kind of applying a lot of pressure, charging in front of his face. He dashed away from the rush, but still wasn't enough to get enough distance. Took 255 damage instead.
All right, here comes the bubs. Are just incessantly coming through. Tell me why he actually aimed that Coolerang appropriately right there. MissingNol, man.
I mean, he was just throwing it out, dude. Now he's trying to catch the dashes with the Coolerang as well. Every single time we see Jacob just going for the right dash. Coolerang going for the right swing. He could knocked him out of the rush.
Only got 30.
And Barq's out for the count.
But, he'll be back, man. How many seconds is it? Like 2, 3? Oh. The bubs are back, and the arms are taking damage. Okay, whenever you see an opponent try to dash forward and, guard cancel dash, especially Kid Cobra, sooner or later you might see the opponent want to go for a grab. But we'll see, because this Kid Cobra has rush, and so does JacobT.
Opts to go for the rush to try to cancel out the Hydra. Takes away round number 1, and MissingNol on the verge of defeat.
Byte and Barq. Who knew? We did.
We did.
Okay, so a switch up right here from MissingNol, trying to go for the cooler rank, which I did say looks like something that is quite popular in 2017. And the Hydra. Here it is. Opening up with the rush is MissingNol.
The rawest of rushes.
Yes. I mean, the opponent was in the air. He's like, I mean, you can't block when you're in the air, buddy. Nice. You see the evasion. He's using that jump, covering a lot of distance.
Definitely trying to catch those jumps. You see him once again just swinging out a lot of arms, getting nicked down by the Hydra. JacobT continuing to look for this opening. But MissingNol is not out just yet. He continues to land all of these hits. Tries to avoid the rush, but again gets connected. Not the full damage, but still a hefty 235. What's going? He still it worked? What? What happened? Almost got the grab. Guessed the wrong direction. If he would have dodged the left, he would have landed that grab and brought this to the final round. But MissingNol's looking pretty in this round. Hits him with the Hydra.
And now let's look at how much meter JacobT has going into the next round. JacobT's meter, yep, it's well on its way to have rush. He could potentially close out this one. Already jumping on top of that Barq, getting the shockwave, going to the skies. Here it is, a quick 90. And if you notice, that Hydra doing less damage, only 80 right there. JacobT with the rush!
He definitely wants this final round. He wants the Byte and Barq mirror. He continues to apply damage, but now MissingNol's about to get rushed himself. He has it almost charged. There it is. He's looking, now it's this time to look for an opening, but we see the constant barrage of bubs. Gets hit by it. Tacks on the damage, only 200.
Oh man, that Cyclone right there actually was able to help out with that combo quite a bit. Here it is. JacobT still trying to build up meter as much as possible, and as you see that MissingNol is trying to catch the side movement. Sometimes nailing it, sometimes missing as well. There it is, that cooler rank right outside of range is JacobT. JacobT trying to inch forward a little bit. Okay, respecting that Barq right now is MissingNol. There's the rush opportunity!
And you know the pressure is on MissingNol to make this comeback at 250 health. He's got to make something work.
Uh-oh, the bumps are coming out right now.
He's trying to catch his dashes.
Wait, is he going to be able to get the meter in time? There it is. He has rush. JacobT has enough health, though, more than 500.
This is a critical rush. I think that this set will be decided by if he lands his rush or not.
We'll see.
He lands it.
But it's not
gonna damage.
It won't end the game yet. Only 295.
They're both at low health, but rush is about to come for JacobT.
Yes.
MissingNol needs to close it out right now before he manages to get tacked on. It's there. The triangle is ready.
And it gets it right there. No,
he tried to dodge. He tried to dodge in the air, avoid from it, tried to go for the shield, but there's landing lag. Got nicked by the rush. Gets the win. They hug it out, and we're going to move on to losers finals.
Amazing, amazing play right there by JacobT with a super comeback. Game 5.
Keeping his cool, D1.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He tried to use Ribbon Girl with the double popper. Didn't quite work out for him. And then finally decided, you know what? I mean, Byte and Barq with the double bub. Maybe we'll probably even use a Cracker and a Seeky at some point too. What was that, on DNA Lab? And he brought it back, dude. That was great.
Good stuff then. I mean, he almost let the momentum, because it's like a snowball effect, right? It starts at the top of the hill, it gets pushed down, and that's exactly what was happening when Soul was started. I'm sorry, not Soul. He was bringing it back from a 2-0 deficit.
Yes.
Brought it back to Game 5. It almost closed out the set, but it got nicked.
Wow. Here it is, guys. Down to the top 3 here at 2GGC Arm Saga. And what were you going to say, my good friend?
D1. Are we about to see a Byte and Barq mirror?
Maybe. We might just see the Ditto. I'm not 100% sure, as we have, I think both players actually have multiple characters. We saw Twin Tail, right? From Busta. And I already mentioned, like, the amount of characters that JacobT has. A wide array.
We've seen him play Master Mummy. We've seen him play Ribbon Girl. Like, he's got a lot of characters.
Yeah, he probably might even have a Spring-a-Ling, you know, Springman.
But guaranteed, we have a Springman in the name of Soul waiting in grand finals for his opponent. The winner of this next set coming up, losers finals, still in the best 3 of 5 states. NCJacob versus Busta.
Not any NCJacob.